What if? What if you broke all the rules of your industry? The habit of continually doing things in new ways to make a positive difference to our working lives. What do kids do better than adults? What are kids really good at? They're very curious, aren't they, children? We stop at the first why, because education tells us there's only one right answer. If you stop at the first why when you're talking to your consumers, you'll never get the real insight.
Duncan did an extremely good job of opening up our minds on how to innovate and typical mistakes that we do as leaders every day.
So Carrie's giggling already. What have you got, Carrie? Come on. Come on, Carrie. What have you got? Sorry?
Candy hearts.
Candy hearts. All right, so it's candy hearts. And is that a dark chocolate, a white chocolate, a milk chocolate? What do we think? Dark chocolate, romantic. And how many of these dark chocolate candy hearts come in this package? 5. Okay. They're dark chocolate. Do they have anything inside them, these dark candy heart chocolates? The soft scent liquor. Oh, okay, now it's okay. We're on the same page.
I'm a huge fan of running meetings in an innovation format. And what Duncan was saying just reinforced with me that I should continue to have meetings without tables.
And so I would encourage you, in terms of bravery, I would finish with my last quote that I clearly forgot to write, but I'll tell you what it is anyway. The opposite of bravery is not cowardice, it's conformity. Thank you very much.
Then that balance creates a worker in the workforce that has more spirit. There is spirit. I am not competing just with numbers. What I'm doing is I'm finding out what I love in life, and I'm doing work. And these are the kinds of things that are going to energize a workplace. If there is these kinds of hobbies, these kinds of passions that you can go back into, then that's sometimes where the most innovative things come out of.
Innovation and intuition was wonderful to listen to. I think I'm looking forward to using some of those principles at work.
There's a really important crossover between creativity and technology and innovation that I think is important for us to be able to take advantage of the digital technology that's out there today and to gain adoption of it. Because there's a lot of mindsets that need to change, and that creativity piece of it really helps with the adoption.
What we learn from that today is we don't have to be linear all the time. And when you describe something that you love, don't worry about keeping it in that linear place.
When Stefan related the acts that his team performed yesterday with some of the leadership qualities that we need to have to innovate better, that connection, I think, resonated very well with me.
One thing that we do know is when we actually reach out and work together, life is better. So thank you.
First time I experienced the fear of AI, which is where I think I want to go, was the self-driving cars. How much data points you have to look, how many information points that you have to evaluate and make decisions real time. Do I turn this steering 10 degrees left, 10 degrees right?
We first did a pilot with one of our vendor partners to do augmented reality, and that took a 3D CAD model and overlaid on top of it, how do you actually make the repairs? When your technicians are out there in the field, you can have a semi-retired technician working out of their home who can help that technician walk them through the repair because they can see everything the technician on site can see.
The best part of the conference was the the closing roundtable with the CIOs, where I think Sumit really marshaled a group of Gav's clients who could talk about how they're leveraging automation, AI, and these emerging technologies to really exemplify this transformation process.
We live in silos. AI will bring us together.
To give an example, very proud of the fact that JP Morgan and Amazon have gone ahead and tied up along with Warren Buffett.
The panel discussion this afternoon I thought was great. In particular, the notion that all of the information that is currently in silos is being aggregated and pooled in a way that we can use it to harness all that information for the customer or the guest, as we've learned to call it today.
Because of digitalization and AI, you have the opportunity to kill the giants. You will become the disruptor. This is your key. Go get it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Interesting thing is the diversity of the customers and the diversity of the services that are being offered by Gavs. The depth of the various different technologies that they're introducing and supporting, and the variety of services that they provide their customers.
I did not knew the scale at which the Gavs work. This was very surprising to me when I met other customers of Gavs, to understand the big scale and the large volume of customers that they have. For me, this was a very much of a knowledge and also salesmanship to come and understand from their customers rather than hear it from the Gavs itself.
While we do have a common set of objectives and share the same types of needs and demands in our customer base and in the markets, Gavs is here to provide us with solutions, and to understand their roadmap in providing those solutions ultimately is why we're all gathered.